For us, it's even more important to integrate the Western Balkans into the European Union, and for those who want to join NATO, also NATO. It's an issue which has quite a lot of bipartisan consensus among almost all political parties in the German Bundestag, so you can really be sure that also a future German government will maintain a focus on the region. Germany continues to be among the biggest donors and investors across the region, and I would like to briefly also mention the Berlin process, which is a format that this government has revived or reinvigorated, and we consider it key in supporting the region on its path to the European Union.
Yes, there is new momentum for enlargement coming after the Ukraine war, but I do really fear that it's already starting to fade, so because that's a window that opens and then can very easily fade. I do fear that the push and the pull factors, so either both the pull factors from the EU and the push factors from the region are both weakening. The main problem, the ambassador mentioned the train, he said, when the train comes, you have to be ready to jump in. We are re-entering, in a way, a new momentum from a much worse position. Either from democracy standards, take, for example, the case of Serbia. So who would want to admit a country with that degree of autocracy, another Victor Orban type of regime in the EU? Or in the case of Kosovo, non-recognizers, we don't stand a chance to even get candidate status because of that. And these are all issues that the EU enlargement process was supposed to be solving over the last decade. But because it's...
This new momentum is a sort of an opportunity for the region. And it's not for the sake of the Western Balkans. We all know why enlargement has been reinvigorated. It has been reinvigorated as a tool to secure Europe, not necessarily for the sake of the region itself. Now, when we think about it, when we think about the region in a more global perspective, we can see a couple of dynamics. Now, the lack of a proper focus, or the focus that the region expects from the euro-Atlantic friends, if you wish so, is something that has opened up a sort of a vacuum. So this lack of interest, the lack of engagement as expected, has enabled the creation of dependencies on Russia, on China, especially the economic ones, and has in a way not allowed the democratic society in these countries to flourish. What happens when you have the situation on the ground combined with the lack of interest from the European Union? Obviously, you have the creation of local power strongholds, which then further destabilize the region.